The Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals just ruled Obama's DACA program as unconstitutional as it was the day he wrote it. Let's get into this. Hello and welcome. Thanks for being here. On Wednesday, the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals ruled that the 2012 Obama executive order that he called the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, or DACA as it's better known, is unlawful. But the court also said that it should remain in effect for the 600,000 Dreamers who had already obtained the status. Obama created the DACA executive order back in 2012 with no legal authority standing behind it. The DACA program allows illegal immigrants who arrived in the United States as children to remain inside the interior of the country. I remember when the thousands of children were flooding across our border back throughout the entire summer that year. Don't you? I also remember that we didn't see any parents or any adults at all with those hordes of children. So the entire argument that the Obama administration gave us for DACA was bogus. Okay, I also remember that every president since George Washington has had the authority to repeal a prior president's executive orders, unless, of course, his name was President Donald Trump. If you remember, Trump tried to repeal the DACA executive order, which he had full constitutional authority to do, but a federal judge intervened and said that he couldn't do it. I don't remember anywhere in the Constitution where it says, unless the president's name is Donald Trump. So we had a federal judge who said that a president who sought to end an illegal order could not do so. The judge upheld an illegal act, in essence, all because Orange Man bad. Okay? So the U.S. Supreme Court then heard the case and sided with the lower court, with Roberts writing the opinion for the majority, saying that the Trump administration failed to give adequate justification for ending the federal program. I don't see why he would have to. An executive order is not law. That particular executive order, DACA, wasn't even based on a power given to him by the Congress or the Constitution. So why would the next president have to justify ending it? Roberts went on to say that the administration could try to shut down the executive order again by offering a more detailed explanation for its action. Well, Illinois Congressman Chuy Garcia, he took to social media to call on Congress to pass a law to codify DACA. He said on Twitter, while this decision brings relief to current DACA recipients, it underscores the urgent need for Senate action on the Dream and Promise Act. We must provide long-term stability for DACA recipients and not close the door on the many young people who already call this country home. Now, executive orders are used by a president to execute a power that has been given to him by either the Constitution or the Congress. The Congress many times creates laws that will be enforced by the executive branch, but they don't get into the minutia details about how the laws will be executed. They leave that up to the president, okay? They leave it to the executive branch to say, this is how I am going to execute the law that you gave me the power to enforce. Since the Congress did not give Obama the power to create an amnesty program he called DACA, his executive order was unlawful all these years. Okay, so I have no problem allowing the 600,000 Dreamers to remain in the same status because they were lied to by the Obama administration and the Democrats in whole. To remain in the country, they should be allowed. So, but like many others, I have fears that the Democrats in Congress and this particular White House that has already allowed over 5 million illegals into the country to roam around and vanish like a puff of smoke into communities, never to be heard from again, to be in charge of creating a law that will allow full-blown open border policies that will destroy the country, even worse than what the Biden administration is currently doing now. So I don't want to see anybody create a law that says, oh, yeah, well, illegal kids can come into the country. They can stay here. We look at them as unregistered Democrats. And then when they're of age, they're going to vote Democrat for the rest of their lives. We shouldn't be doing that. Okay. Plus, you should not use these people, these kids, for political props Okay. So that's it. Thanks for being here. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for spending this time with us. You can read all of our stories at rpwmedia.com, where you can send us tips of news that you think we should write about. You can also join our newsletter and get the latest commentary and opinion by our writers. Take care.